Google Images, you type in Carmania, what comes up is a map, and it shows you that Carmania was in that area of where Iran is today. You know, so all the connections are there. You know, because see, you got to understand that's considered the Middle East, and that's the place where the Lord is gathering all these different troops, you know, to bring forth His judgment upon them. And that's the reason why they're being gathered there. You know, these devils think they're being gathered there because of resources and all that stuff. Yeah, that's part of it. But the main reason is because the Lord got them there. The Lord could have there could have been places up in Russia somewhere where they had substances that they wanted. But the Lord made it right there because that's where He wants to gather these different armies so that He can bring forth that judgment.
I got a precept for you. Joel, the 3rd chapter, 11th verse. It says, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Which are the angels. It says, let the heathen be wakened. That's all the other nations that's going to be there in that certain area. Reading on, it says, and come up.
If I may, Elder Gabar, it says, let all the heathen be wakened. Why? Because the Lord is stirring up controversy over there in the Middle East to have them come and fight against each other. Because if the Lord doesn't stir up some type of controversy over there, those nations are not just going to fight just to be fighting. No. So that's why the Lord is awakening them by what? By bringing forth these skirmishes and turmoil among them.
I'll jump in and help you out. Like the fact that Russia has interests in Iran. There you go. All right? And America wants to kind of gangster Russia out of their interests, like America always does. Yep. That's one of the ways the heathen can be awakened. You know, that's just an example, you know.
And that's why we waiting for America to invade Iran. That's what we're waiting for, that, because they're going to try to do it at some point. It's going to happen. When they try to roll on Iran, because Russia got them interest in there, that's what's going to spark this third world war, man. They're going to try to roll up and gangster Iran. Russia going to jump in there and say, you know what? Basically, we had enough of your shit. Yep. This is it, man. Yep. And then when that happens, all the other so-called Arab nations, Ishmael, because they all believe in so-called Allah and Islam and all that, okay, between Elam. But then Ishmael is going to get involved because them Arab nations that support Iran because they're all under the banner of Islam, and they're going to jump in, man. And then the Ethiopians, what they believe in Islam as well. Libya, which they believe in Islam as well. They all under that banner of Islam. The Most High going to use that to bring them nations together against America. And then Russia's going, like, that's when the prophecy put them hooks in their jaws, meaning bring them back to that warlike way that they was during the so-called Cold War, man. And then you got to remember, Cuba has always been down with Russia. They got missiles pointed at America since 1960, the Cuban Missile Crisis with Kennedy. Castro and them been wanting to shoot missiles on America since Kennedy's administration, man. And all these other nations just going to start collecting against so-called America and Israel, not meaning them so-called Jews, man.
Oh, yeah. Quick precept to back up the elder. This is the book of Obadiah again, verse 7. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. Just like the brother was going into it, man. Because right now you saw I got all these nations, they're in league, right? But the Lord said all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. Meaning they all going to be preparing for war against America and Israel.
The border is the Middle East. Yeah, the border is the Middle East, where the battle is going to take place. You know, the Jehoshaphat.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, because you know the elders mentioned Persia, they mentioned Libya, they mentioned Ethiopia, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it also mentions Put in Ezekiel 28, which is North Africa, which you have the Berbers there.
Gaddafi was in Put, you know, which is what was it? What is the current name of it? Libya, which that's Put today. You know?
Hey, because. Pawat, that's right. Okay. Hey, because you have the Berbers that were in that land, which the Berbers were what? They were Sunni Muslims, you know. So that all that region there is all controlled. These different regions are mainly Islamic nations, You know, but they're different nations, but they just embrace the religion of Islam.
Yeah. It says, let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. And going back to what Elder Ramlab said, that's one of the main reasons you're going out there, so the Most High can judge you. And the judgment is going to be nuclear destruction. Put ye in the... Yep. Joel 3:13. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come get you down, for the press is full. The fats overflow, for their wickedness is great. Multitudes, multitudes in the valley of decision. So there's going to be a lot of different type of armies down there. With different. Joel 3:14. Multitudes meaning different armies. Your Ethiopian army, your Persian army. All right. Even the so-called Moabite army is going to be there. The Russian army,
the Germans, the French, the British,
all kind of armies, man. Different armies.
The Spanish, the French, the Germans, the Russians, and the British.
Man, and if you know anything about the Most High, and when you go back into history, the Most High was always the one gathering troops. That's why he's known as Lord of Sabaoth, which means Lord of the troops. He loves gathering troops to bring them to war.
I thought that meant the Sabbath. I thought that meant the Sabbath, man.
Again, Gehenna. Yeah, you see. Now you see all this passion we have. That's why those guys got to go, man. You know, and then they put a little.
That's why they hate us, man.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
the Most High making us bang with these scriptures, man.
Yeah, did not the Lord say, pursuant to Isaiah 49? Did He not say He would give us a sharp tongue? Right. He would make a sharp. You ever seen the point of a sword? It's sharp, man. Yeah. You know, and we're supposed to be the Lord's sword. But anyway, I'm gonna finish read this and pass it on. It says, multitudes, multitudes in the valley of decision. For the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. So that's why all you armies, that's why you're going to be over there in the Persian Gulf.
Let me say something. I was coming up in the building, right? And there was these two women that are Jehovah's Witnesses. And I don't remember the other one, but the one of them I remember cursing her ass out like 28 years ago, right? And I ain't seen it, right? So I'm coming in the building, right? I said, there goes the damn Jehovah's Witnesses, man. I said, I hope me and them come in the same elevator so I can cut their ass up, right? So the woman kind of was looking that way, and I guess she saw me out of her peripheral. And I went up in there, right? And she was still in there trying to ring the bell to get up in the thing. And then I got the elevator, and then it went down to the basement, right? And then the elevator came up, and sure enough, they were standing there, right? Hey, but I held the door. They kind of looked like they were hesitant, but I held the door for them like to say, come on in, you know? And they were kind of looking. Their eyes all up in the ceiling and whatnot. Then another elevator came, and she kind of, no, we'll take this one and shit. And I said, them two bitches remember my ass, man. I said, they knew damn well they wasn't going to come in the elevator with me, you know? And that was like 28 years ago, man. And I remember cursing that one chick out, man. And I was a terror to them people, man. Well, I was Taharible, man. I'm gonna change my name to Taharible, man. My name is now no longer Tahar. It's Taharible.
Well, the Tahar. Speaking of that, the video when y'all went to my man Jay-Z's Kingdom Hall, that video is up. I was watching that the other day. Like his
and that dude, now you know what happened to him. The update on him, Jay-Z, the Jehovah's Witness. He can't walk no more. He can't walk no more, man. And I remember when his legs got messed up, and every time I saw him, his legs got worse and worse. And then his daughter died about a couple of years ago. You know the guy that said, "Why, sure." I ran into him, so we were like talking at the gas station, and I said, "Well, how's Earl doing?" And he said, "Earl's not doing too good. As you know, he can't walk no more." And his daughter's only 26 years old. She was going to law school, and she had a whole future in front of her, man. And she just suddenly passed away, you know. And I wanted to crack up and shit, but I said, it's a sad thing, man. You tell that brother. I feel his pain. I give my condolences and all that, man. And then when I got up in the car, I busted out laughing, man. I don't give a damn about you niggas, man. Oh, and you little rat, you little Hamitic rat, Mike, the funky Nigerian, all right? He wanted to come to the camp, and he was part of our camp from, I believe, 2010 up until like 2013, right? So he was in the camp for about 2.5, 3 years, and he wrote. You know, he's a good writer, and he wrote some books that we kind of was giving out to brothers. We trying to sell them, but brothers are asking for the books. I said we ain't gonna charge them, brothers. Just if you in the camp, you get a book or whatever, right? Yeah. And he made like a couple of books, a series of books, which he was good at. And all of a sudden, he just kind of left the camp, man. He flew the coop, so to speak. And basically now he's with the 14th Street Ice Ferry.
Baloo.
Yeah, Baloo.
From the Jungle Book.
Yeah, Baloo, yeah.